Episode 6, Tariffs, Rates, and Supply Chains. A year of dual pressures. Welcome back to Logistics at a Crossroads. I'm your host, Gia. And today, we're diving into a double-edged challenge. Trade and monetary policy, and the tightrope logistics professionals are walking because of it. And here's the bold headline. Tariffs are back, louder than ever. And they are, and it is. And we're going to start right at the top of the chain. President Trump. You know, his latest tariff proposal? A sweeping 10% baseline on all trade partners. But it gets steeper. 34% on China, 24% on Japan, and nearly 50% on Cambodia. The stated goal is reshoring manufacturing and shrinking trade deficits. But the cost? More volatility. And now, tariffs aren't just economic tools, they've become political talking points. With the election cycle in full swing, tariffs are being repackaged as America First platforms, designed to resonate with us emotionally, not necessarily logistically. And here's where it gets even more complicated. Mexico, America's largest trading partner, is facing tariff threats not tied to trade, but to immigration enforcement and growing fentanyl concerns. So the lines are blurring. And us logistics professionals, we're caught in the crossfire. While tariffs drive up costs, the Federal Reserve is still holding interest rates high. Inflation is sticky, recession fears persist, and consumer confidence is all over the map. That leaves businesses in limbo, trying to expand, manage transportation budgets, make capital investments, in a climate where nothing feels certain. And here's the punchline. Tariffs shake up what's moving. Interest rates control how fast infrastructure can respond. When you have high rates, they stall upgrades. Port, rail, and warehousing projects all stop. Rate cuts, they could unlock momentum we've been waiting for years. And what we're seeing now just isn't disruption, it's restructuring. Freight strategy is no longer about absorbing shocks. It's about anticipating them. But we're also hitting a new layer. Tariffs are being imposed in response to non-trade issues. Global supply chains are truly too interconnected for this kind of blunt force policy. Let's be clear. Tariffs don't just raise prices. They ripple. Delays in manufacturing, supplier instability, container repositioning issues, emergency rate hikes from carriers trying to cope. And that means supply chain leaders are expected to do more with less clarity than we've ever had before. We hear buzzwords all the time. Nearshoring, friendshoring, resilience. Yes, companies are trying to diversify. They are looking toward Vietnam, India, and Mexico. But when you talk about diversifying and shifting production, it isn't fast. It doesn't happen overnight. It's expensive, it's uncertain, and there's a whole slew of new logistics hurdles. Meanwhile, a more dangerous trend that all of us in supply chain are seeing is tariff fatigue. I said it. I mean it. Tariff fatigue. After years of shocks and pivots, many teams are stuck in this reactive mode, not a strategy mode. And when we are sitting in reactive, that's where risk gets missed. So if you're managing a freight or you're leading a team, this is our moment to stay sharp. And here are a few of the top 3 strategies that everyone has talked about, everyone has mentioned, and could give you an edge in this year of dual pressures that we're feeling. You have to start optimizing intermodal systems. Stay flexible across truck, rail, and port. It doesn't matter. Be flexible. We talked about AI earlier. We have to leverage those AI forecasting models to catch the risk indicators before they hit our bottom line. And this one always makes people wonky when you talk about money. But we need to start truly investing with intention. And that means we have to prioritize the scalable infrastructure over all of the flashy expansions we all want and are dreaming of that make us look good. We need to fix what we have. These aren't just responses. We have to reset. And know that the intersection of tariff escalation and rate stagnation, that's not just pressure. It's a stress test for our entire industry. So the question is, are we just bracing for impact, or are we building smarter systems before the next wave hits? Let's compare notes. Email me, connect with LinkedIn, or leave a voice note below. I want to hear how you're handling this new tariff wave and whether your freight strategy is rerouting, rebuilding, or just riding it out. You've been listening to Holding the Line, a Logistics at a Crossroads podcast with Gia. Until next time, I'll be navigating the crossroads just like you.